Okay, we'll start for the day. Those are no issues. Okay, so in the last class we had seen about your percentages, and also I started something about your basics of successive percentages, where you were taking into account something like about the students who passed, or which examples we took in the last class. The last few questions. Anyone did not note it down? No one noted it down. The person gave 20% of his income, right? So this is what we were doing when we were looking into successive percentages, right? So we will start from this point where, see, now imagine that a salary of a person is rupees 100. Okay. The salary of a person is rupees 100, and it is being increased by 40%. It is being increased by 40% in the year one, this first year. So what would be the new salary now? 140. Now I'm telling, in the second year, his salary is decreased by 20%. Is decreased by 20. Now what is his salary? 120. Now this 20% will you be applying on this amount or this amount? On 140 you need to upload, right? You cannot do it on 100, right? So 10% of 140 is 14. So 20% is going to be 28. So 140 minus 28 is going to be 112. Now the question I'm asking is, what is the percentage increase or decrease in the salary? Now clearly you can see from 100 the salary has increased to 112. So that means there is a percentage increase in salary. So how do you calculate percentage increase? Percentage increase means what you should do? Difference. Find the difference. It is going to be 12 divided by the lower number. That is nothing but 100. So 12 by 100, what is it? 200. It is 12%. 12%, right? It is 12%. So this is what is happening. This is what is in a span of 2 years, his salary has increased by 12%. Fine. Okay. Now this is basic method, whatever you do. Now this also can be solved with the help of a formula. What formula? This is all like traditional methods. Now in the first year it is increasing, right? So let us take it this way. X plus or minus x plus or minus y plus or minus xy divided by 100. Okay, all these things you need not remember. I'm not asking you to do this also, but just you can remember it. Okay, first in the first year it is getting increased, right? So it is going to be plus 40. Second year it is getting decreased, so it is going to be minus 20. Decreasing, it is minus 20. Now the third term, what you're going to do is, what is plus into minus? Minus, right? Minus. What is 40 into 20? Okay, so 40 into 20 divided by 100. So this is also going to give you the same answer. This is going to give you 20 here, and this is going to cancel out 0, 0. This is going to be 8. This is going to be 20 minus 8, that is nothing but 20%. So this is step number 1, or like model number 1. This is model number 2. And the third model is the easiest one, what I would suggest as the fastest way to do any kind of problems in this case. Now, what are they giving? The percentage increase in salary is 40%. How can you represent 40% in terms of fraction? Sorry, 40%, how do you represent in terms of fraction?
2 by 5.
2 by 5. Now this is percentage increase. Now what does this fraction tell us actually? The actual salary was 5. It has been increased by 2%, right? It has been increased. So when there is an increase, so let us keep it as actual and changed salary. Actual and changed salary. Okay. So now the new salary, the increased salary is nothing but 7 by 5. Nothing but adding this to this. So it is going to be 7 by 5, right? 7 by 5. Now the next part is decreasing by 20%. Decreasing by 20%. So how can you represent 20% in terms of fraction? 1 by 5. 1 by 5. Now here there is a decrease in salary. So it can be represented as 5 minus 1, that is nothing but 4 by 5. All these are the same things what you did in your profit and loss. Nothing changing. Okay. Now until this point you understood. All understood or do not understand? Any clarification? So now actual change. The actual salary is here 5. The actual salary over here is also 5. The change salary in the first case is 7. Second case is 4. Right. Now you just need to multiply these two things. So what's 5 into 5? 25, and 7 into 4, 28. So the actual salary was 25. The exact salary as of now is 28. This is the ratio. If this is the ratio, then you can find out what is the actual thing. If this is equivalent to 100, if 25 is equivalent to 100, what is 28 equivalent to? You can find it out. That is going to be 6, right? So there are multiple ways to solve it. It all depends like how you are going to pick it up and how you are going to solve it. So the first question given in front of you is, the length and breadth of a rectangle are increased by 20% and 30% respectively. By how much percentage the area of the rectangle will be? Just try to write. Now here some person will be still having doubts. How did you find it out here? Okay, here. So obviously there is an increase in salary. Increase in salary means you need to take the percentage increase. You need to find it out. So difference between this is 3 divided by 25 into 100. This is going to be 4. This is going to be 12%. Okay, same way. Right. Now here you can use the basic thing itself. Here you can use the basic thing itself and you can find out the answer. 56. 56 or 36? 36. How you got 36? Okay. So imagine let our salary be equal to 100. It is increased by how much? 20%. So it is going to be 120. Yes or no? Okay, so now this is what is happening. Now again it is being increased by the breadth is being increased by wait. Just apply this instead. X plus or minus x plus or minus y plus or minus xy divided by 100. Okay, fine. Now first the length is being increased by 20% and again it is being increased by 30%. The breadth is being increased by 30% and this is going to be plus into plus is plus 20 into 30 divided by 100. This is going to give you 56. Instead, if you do it this way also, the same thing happens. If it is going to be increased by 20% and then this, if you do this way or if you do this way, both the same. So the place. If you do ratio method, here it will be a bit lengthier. So instead, stick on with the basics. The length and the breadth of the rectangle are increased by 20% and 30%. So both are getting increased. We just need to find out the percentage increase of the area. Okay. Okay. So now, what is length into breadth? Length into breadth is going to be the area of the rectangle. So now, what will you take your length and breadth here? 100 only. Okay. If you take 100, what happens here? Next one, increasing by 20%. This is going to be 120. Yeah. Okay, fine. Again, how much is it increasing with 30%? So 120 to 30% again it is increasing. How much is 120, 30%? 36. So now, should you be adding this to this? What is 10% of 120? 12. So 12 into 3 is going to be 36. Should you be adding this to this? This becomes 156. This is nothing but from year to year, how much is the increase? 56%. Same. Anyways, you can do. You're going to get the same answer, but whichever is easier for you, stick on to it. Clear. Okay, take up the second one. Now this here you need not apply the basic method, but go with the ratio one. That will become more easier for you. Example, I'll just help you out with the first one. After that, upcoming one you can do. Here the given terms are in fractions, fractional percentage. So that is 37.5%. What is 37.5% in terms of fraction? Quick, all these things you should remember. What is 37.5? What is 12? What is 12.5%? 1 by 8. So it is going to be 3 by 8. So 37.5% is nothing but 3 by 8. Okay, this is the fraction. Okay. So this is for the length. What is the breadth? 20%. How can I represent 20% in terms of breadth? 1 by 5. Now, if the length of the rectangle is increased by 37.5%, increased means then what happens? Now from this point, it is getting increased by 3 parts. So the new fraction is going to be 11 by 8, right? This is the increased part. So if you do not understand, for those people who are new, who do not understand, what is the increased by 37%? It is nothing but it was actually 100%. Actually 100%. We are increasing it by 37.5% extra. So this 100% is nothing but 1. And this 37.5% is nothing but 3 by 8. And if you add these two together, what are you going to get? 11 by 8. 11 by 8. Same thing only I'm doing. After increasing, it is going to be 11 by 8. Clear? Okay. Now, what's the next statement given? And its breadth is decreased by 20%. If its breadth decreased by 20%, obviously from this base value, it is decreasing by 1 part. That is nothing but 4 by decreased, right? This is decreased. Okay. Now length, breadth, length and breadth. Now, how will you start it? What you should take now? Okay. Take it this way, or you can take it like actual and change. Actual change. Okay. Actual change. Actual was 8. The change is 11. And the actual is 5. The change is 4. Now what you should do? 5 into 8 is 40. 4 into 11 is 44. So obviously there is a increase in percentage. So percentage increase is nothing but 4 parts. The change is 4 parts. 4 divided by the denominator will be lower one or less. Obviously it will be the lower one into 100. So this is going to be 4 into 10. This is going to be, there is a 10% increase in the area. There is 10% increase in the fine. So now the basic thing that you should remember is percentage increase, percentage decrease. When there is a percentage increase, what will be be the denominator? When there is a percentage increase, the denominator value will be the higher one or the lower one? Lower one. When there is a percentage decrease, what will be the denominator? The higher one. Higher one will be the. In this case, it is the higher one. In this case, it is the lower. Up. In the numerator, it will be the difference. The difference remains this. Very important. Everywhere it will be fine. Clear or any doubts until this point? All clear, because based on this only everything is good. So in this case, you will be able to do the next one, right? The price of sugar is increased by 16.23%, and the consumption of a family is decreased by 25%. Find the percentage change in expenditure. The price of sugar is increased by 16.23%. Increased by 16.23%. What is 16.23% in terms of fraction? Quick, you should remember it is nothing but 16.66. What is 16.66%? 1 by 6, right? This is 1 by 6. This is increasing, and the percent and the family consumption of a family is decreased by 25%. What is 25% in terms of fraction? 1 by 4. This is decreasing. This is increasing. If it is increasing, what's the new fraction? If it is increasing, what's the new fraction? 7 by 6. If it is decreasing, what's the new fraction? 3 by 5. Now these are the things. Now actual and changed. What is the actual in the first case? What's the actual in the first ratio? 6. What's the change in the first ratio? 7. What's the actual in the second ratio? 4. What is the change here? 3. So 6 into 4 is 24, and this is going to be 21. So there is a percentage decrease. So there is a percentage decrease. If there is a percentage decrease, it's going to be difference divided by which number? Higher number. So which is the higher number here? 24 into 100. This is going to be 8s are. This is going to be how much? What is 1 by 8? What's 1 by 8? 12.5% is the answer. Clear? Will you be able to do it within 30 seconds? Everywhere the target is 15 to 30 seconds. That's all, not more than that. Whatever problem you take, you keep a timer and practice along with it. Banking, it is very important for you people to repeatedly do this. And other examinations, maximum 30 seconds. That's it. Because most of the papers will be for 120 minutes or 90 minutes, something like this. So keep on with that pace. Do not exceed that. If it is exceeding, try to solve it like multiple times and like that speed. Hardly there are like 40 to 45 different topics. So every topic, just practice it and get that speed. Okay, clear? Okay, next.